New this morning, we're getting our first look inside.
So you've got two sides to what we're seeing here.
Hello and welcome to Firsthand. Oh, hi, Greg.
Hey.
Hi.
Sorry, I just wanted to get in there.
No, that's no problem.
Okay.
You got in there.
Yeah, now you go.
Okay. Welcome to Firsthand, the podcast where we hear firsthand accounts of the most important moments and people in history.
Woo!
Okay, well, I had a sort of half a sentence left here.
Okay, go for it.
Can I get to that?
Yep.
Hear the firsthand accounts of the most important. Okay, cough right on the mic.
Get a clean one.
You hear the podcast where we hear firsthand accounts of the most important moments and people in history from the people who lived them and knew them.
Great. Nailed it.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Greg, how are you?
I'm great.
You doing well?
Yeah, I know I've been in sort of this. Maybe I couldn't see it. Maybe you could see it. Maybe the listeners could see it. I was in a sort of unhealthy cycle of behavior, you know. When I was recovering, I started dating the ER nurse who put me back together.
Yeah.
I dated my therapist. I dated my psychiatrist, Dr. Hansen. Dating someone new every episode, you know. And
Yes,
I'm
yeah.
happy to say I'm putting that cycle to bed. No more unhealthy behavior for me. I am still dating my psychiatrist.
Okay. And that doesn't feel like a positive advancement. You know what I'm saying?
But let me tell you this, Devin. I've drawn some boundaries. I'm no longer taking the mystery medication she was giving me.
Yeah,
that was making me stay
Well, that
awake.
was just the fact that she was willing to kind of cross that professional and ethical line, I think should have given you pause.
And I've drawn that. And funny you say giving me pause. Because, of course, last week, Bernardo made the wild assertion that these medicines were turning me into a dog.
Yep.
Which, of course, is not true.
Unfortunately, it was not that wild of a claim to
It's
make.
not true. And I'm not taking any meds from Dr. Hansen anymore. I have drawn that line. All I let her give me now is little folded up slices of cheese.
Okay. Yeah.
She gives me one in the morning and one at night, and I'm perfectly normal. I'm not. You know.
You seem, I really hesitate to get into this, but you seem hairier.
Yeah, well, my side effects haven't come down yet.
No.
I think for like maybe 2 weeks after stopping, they're going to get even worse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not becoming a dog, Devin. Okay,
Well-
I'm off the meds. All I need now for self-care is just long walks.
Uh-huh. Long walks.
Walks, hikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're getting up really early in the morning these days.
Mm-hmm.
That's new for you.
I wake her up because I'm
Mhm.
sort of shaking my crate, and she
Uh-huh.
can hear it.
Hang on. Greg, you're sleeping in a crate? Greg, no.
I don't want to give her whatever I have, you know? I actually like it in my crate. She's made it really fun in there, and I'll just hop right in. She doesn't even have to try.
Really?
Yeah.
But I've heard that sometimes you've told me that sometimes when she leaves in the afternoon, you're kind of uncertain when she comes back, and that does lead to some anxiety for you in the
Yeah.
crate.
It was a misunderstanding, okay?
Okay.
I went crazy in my crate. It was a misunderstanding. I thought she was never coming back.
I see. And how many times has that particular misunderstanding happened? That you've thought she's never coming back?
Every single time
Every
she leaves.
single time. Every single time. Okay, well, good luck. I think you should get out of that relationship. I still am not co-signing that.
Well, agree to disagree.
Well, okay.
What's up with you, Jeff? How's the music career?
Still working on my EP. Fans know, true diehard fans will know, I have branched out into music. I am working on an EP, the title of which is, remind me, Greg?
It's, of course, Playing the Field,
Playing the Field, a life well loved. Playing the Field, a life well loved. Songs from my mind.
Yes. You've now got 2 colons in the title.
Yeah, I'm adding songs from my mind.
Okay.
And I might add, I saw a Stevie Wonder album called Inner Visions. I might throw Inner Visions onto the end.
Okay.
just to see, right?
Sure.
So,
but not songs in the key of my mind, like Stevie Wonder.
It is now.
Okay.
Let me write that down. Songs
now
in
it
the
is
key of my mind, Inner Visions. Okay.
Playing the Field, a
Play
life well loved.
songs in the key of my mind, Inner Visions.
Snappy.
And I'm just plugging away on it. Obviously,
Why don't you go right into that mic, Dad?
still plugging away on it.
Okay. Why don't you go a little less into that mic?
Still plugging away
Nope.
on it.
Now we lost you.
Still plugging away on
That's perfect.
the EP. It's been hard to get people to give me studio time because they say, oh, you don't have finished songs here. You don't know how to play an instrument. You don't even have the cash necessary to rent a studio. I tell you who I feel like. I feel like Dirk Diggler in Boogie Nights trying to get You've Got the Touch made. Remember that?
Vaguely.
Remember that from that movie?
No.
From that section of that movie when he's trying to get a record, him and John C. Reilly?
And he has a huge...
Yeah, and he has a huge penis.
Okay.
So I feel like him in so many ways. And mainly the music and the penis stuff.
Yeah, diehard fans will remember that is why you were unable to pose as a woman when we did A League of Their Own.
That's right.
Your penis was too big.
That's right. Boy, I feel good for these diehard fans.
The diehards. The diehards. Shout out my mom.
Yes. Well, let's get into this week's episode. Obviously, we've been profiling this season a lot of geniuses, a lot of
luminaries,
incredible visionary figures. And this week is no exception. We're talking about Walt Disney.
Walt Disney. I mean, this is a big one.
This is a big one.
It honestly makes all the last three we did feel like shit. Except for Steve Jobs.
Yeah,
I guess he's...
Fuck off, Jane Goodall.
Yeah, sorry, that was...
You idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, I played around with monkeys in the dirt for 30 years. Get fucked.
Asshole.
I didn't want to say this when we were talking to her friends, but get fucked.
Yeah, because she'll listen to that one.
Yeah.
But now in this one, unless anyone snitch tags us, we can say all we want.
People snitch tag Jane Goodall in that post, I'm going to be pissed.
No one send this episode to JG.
Anyway, should I give us some background on Walt Disney?
Yeah, let's talk about the Diz.
Well, Walter Elias Disney, obviously a titan of the entertainment industry, he wore many different hats. He was an entrepreneur, an animator, a voice actor, and of course, a film producer. A pioneer of the American animation industry, as a film producer, he holds the record for most Academy Awards earned by an individual, having won 22 for being nominated 59 times. Suck it, Meryl.
Suck it, Meryl.
As we say every week, suck it, Meryl.
No one snitch tag Meryl.
No one snitch tag Meryl. She's active on socials. Yeah. Born in Chicago in 1901, he developed an early interest in drawing. He took art classes, got a day job as a commercial illustrator at the age of 18. He moved to California in the 20s and set up the Disney Brothers studio with his brother Roy. Who cares about Roy? Am I right?
Well, and I assume Roy continued to be a big part of that company. And
I don't know. As the studio grew, Disney got more adventurous. He introduced all sorts of bold new developments for film, including synchronized sound, 3-strip Technicolor, whatever that is, and of course, feature-length cartoons.
I won't watch a movie that's not in 3-strip Technicolor.
Right?
That's so huge.
That's my big thing. Is I won't watch a movie on my fucking phone, and I won't watch a movie that's not in 3-strip Technicolor.
I won't watch a movie out of theaters. I'll do whatever Martin Scorsese tells me.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says, don't you dare go see a movie not in theaters, especially not my movie released on Netflix.
And I believe it.
Yep.
Ever since I saw Gravity on the little TV at the gas station, I was like, I'm only going in.
How long were you pumping your gas?
I was trapped in a car.
Okay. Because the gas was just pumping and pumping. Yeah.
Well, Dr. Hansen went in for a drink and she left me in the car. She rolled the window down.
That's good. She left a little sign up saying he's okay.
He's listening to my favorite music.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Which is, of course, the early scratch tracks for my EP.
Yeah, they're pretty raw.
Yeah.
Pretty rough.
A lot of spoken word.
Mm.
He's had early success. The studio had early success with all his animated features like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo, and Bambi. And then, Cinderella in 1950. And then he got into more live action films like Mary Poppins in 1964, which received 5 Academy Awards. In the 1950s, he set his sights higher and created Disneyland in 1955, his amusement park, really the pinnacle of amusement parks in the world. To fund the project, he created more television programs, such as the Mickey Mouse Club. Ever heard of it?
I have. Why are you getting cocky about his accomplishment?
Because this guy's a badass.
Okay.
He was involved in planning the 1959 Moscow Fair, traitor, the 1960 Winter Olympics, the 1964 New York World's Fair. I mean, he had his hand in all these pies. He created the experimental prototype community of tomorrow, or Epcot, at Disney World, a nice showcase for new technologies.
And Coca-Cola from everywhere,
That's
all
right.
over the world.
And he was a heavy smoker throughout his life and died of lung cancer in December of 1966.
Womp.
That's a big womp. You blew it,
That's
Disney.
2 womps from the first-hand hosts.
Disney was known as being shy, having a self-deprecating persona, and he was known as an insecure man in private, but adopted a warm and outgoing public persona. Although there have been accusations that he was racist or anti-Semitic, they have been contradicted by many who knew him. And as far as I'm concerned, that's good enough for me.
Good enough for me.
You know what? If his buddies from way back when, whose arms have been twisted by his corporation, have gone on record and said he never said anything weird about Jews in the room with me, that's fine, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure a guy who got super rich in like the 30s is pretty woke.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I say this officially on the pod?
Please.
We are uncanceling Walt Disney.
We are uncanceling Walt Disney. No longer will Walt Disney's name be shrouded in shame and obscurity.
When you go to a show at the Comedy Cellar in New York, you know who might pop in now? Walt
Disney.
freaking Disney.
God, I wish.
Oh, man.
As far as I'm concerned, Walt Disney's the only guy who can follow Jim Norton. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a double booking.
Now, of course, Greg and I are something of, well, there's no easier way to say it. We're something of Forrest Gumps.
Forrest Gump.
We've
types.
experienced sort of every major event throughout history. And so we, of course, knew Walt Disney directly. Greg, how were you involved with Walt Disney?
Well, I guess you could say we were sort of rivals, Dev. We were rival filmmakers.
Wow.
I was coming up.
You went head to head with the Diz.
Yeah, and I'll admit I didn't come out on top.
No, obviously not.
It's of
course
I don't know if everyone knows that.
Well, as I just said, he won the record. He has the record for most Academies. 22?
All right. Well, I actually hold the world record for most films made without receiving a nomination.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe you didn't ever heard of that record, Devin?
No, I haven't. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't know. You're probably thinking this is really close to the way that I was related to Jane Goodall, but don't worry about that.
Okay. Wasn't thinking it. Didn't remember.
So, for instance, it seemed like every time Walt and I would come out with a movie at the same time, his would just destroy me in the box.
Oh, really?
office.
So you guys were kind of competing at the Cineplex.
Yeah, because he had Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Classic. I mean, a huge film.
And almost equally as classic was my film Pale Betty and the Gargoyle Bunch.
Okay.
So
Pale Betty and the Gargoyle Bunch.
Yeah.
And who is Pale Betty?
Pale Betty was a woman who lived with 7 gargoyles, and they all worked in a mill, not a mine.
In a mill.
Yeah, they worked
just grinding grain.
Mm-hmm. They kind of be like, gargoo, gargoyle, it's in the mill we toil.
Okay, now that is a direct. And did this movie come out before or after Snow White?
Same day.
Same day? Same day. That's insane. Gargoog. This sounds unpleasant.
Well, Pale Betty also died from eating a poison apple.
Okay.
You got to understand, in the 30s, Big Orange was paying everyone to put anti-apple sentiment in their movies. Yeah.
But that's and so was this movie a flop?
Mine was a flop, but I came back. I battled back.
Okay.
He did Pinocchio.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, a huge film, a film that continues to be a touchstone to this day. I mean, a story revisited many times.
Yeah.
You don't tell me you.
I had a movie called
version.
The Boy with the Hideous Tumor That Grew When He Lied.
Okay.
So this was where Pinocchio was a doll who wanted to be a real boy. This boy was a boy with a tumor who wanted to be a boy without a tumor.
Okay.
And when he lied, it grew. And I'll see it. Hindsight being 2020, it was gross.
Yeah, you're showing me some of the concept art here, and a lot of pustules. I think a lot of leakage from this boy's face. It's really unsettling to look at.
Yeah, it was. I made many missteps. I'm sure we're going to get into that throughout the episode, and
Uh-huh.
we'll probably touch on some of the other movies I made. But
Oh, wow.
Dev, how did you know old Walt?
Well, as of course you know, Greg, I spent many years in the 50s and 60s as a coroner to the stars. I was the number one celebrity coroner in Los Angeles. I could make them look alive again with my embalming techniques.
So who are some of the big ones? You embalmed James Dean.
I embalmed James Dean, put him back together after his car wreck, stood him up in his classic pose. We posed him as a statue at his funeral.
Well, whenever a Madame Tussauds person is sort of like in the shop, as it were, they'll ask you to dig up a.
That's right.
So they when they had James Dean in the shop, you dug up his corpse, and people didn't know the difference.
People didn't know. And actually, Madame Tussauds for a while was not a wax museum. It was just a museum of corpses. It was like the bodies exhibit, and it was a lot of the corpses that I had embalmed. And then eventually they were like, this is disgusting and illegal.
A lot of flies.
Yeah, it was kind of like the bodies exhibit, you know?
Yeah.
But
you did vivisect a few of them, too. Who'd you vivisect?
Who did I vivisect? Marilyn Monroe?
Yeah, got her.
Is that too dark to say?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I think she has a long, rich history of powerful men in Hollywood making decisions about her body.
Yep.
her.
And
so I think that
happy to be in the club.
Fits in perfectly.
Well, so when Walt passed away, I was called on to handle his remains, and I had him back in the lab. And I was working on
lab.
It's a lab.
Okay.
And I refer to it the way that a rapper might refer to their
Sure.
studio. It's the lab. I'm up in the lab.
Sorry. Great. So you're working in the lab late one night.
I was working in the lab late one night, and I was working on Walt Disney's corpse, and I had to move some stuff around. I had a bunch of tools and stuff laying around, so I was moving a heavy bone saw, and wouldn't you know it, I slipped on a orange peel.
Everyone was
Big
eating
Orange wouldn't
oranges
want
back
you
then.
to hear this, but I
Yeah.
slipped on an orange peel, dropped the bone saw onto Walt Disney's neck, severed his head. I cut his head off, his dead head off.
Now, a saw,
Mhm.
when I think of the way a saw cuts something.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
You think of it would need a consistent back and forth downward motion,
Yeah.
and as such couldn't just guillotine someone's head off.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
that's
not-
where you're wrong.
Okay.
But also, there were several orange peels throughout the area, and I kept slipping back and forth. I would go, oh, and fall on one side, and then try to right myself and go, oh, and fall on the other side.
All the while gradually sawing off the head of the biggest figure in America.
One of the greatest media moguls of all time.
Great.
And so then I'm going, well, I don't know how to fix this.
Yeah.
So I went to his family and I said, hey guys, I'm thinking about going another way with this. What do you think about cryogenics? And they go, what the heck is that? And I said, oh, well, I have a buddy who has a dry ice warehouse in Van Nuys, and I can take your beloved family member's head there and preserve his brain so that it can be frozen and then thawed out in the future, and we can get more great movies out of him in the future.
Is that true? Or is that what you
That
were
I have
saying
a friend in Van Nuys with a bunch of
No.
dry ice in a warehouse?
They-
Yes. Yes. Oh,
But
yeah.
Is that what cryogenics is? Are you
I don't
actually going to be okay?
I don't know.
So that's what you told the family.
That's
when
what I
they
told the
bought it.
family, and they said, "This is disgusting. You've desecrated the corpse of our beloved family patriarch." And I said, "Shut up,
Shut up.
quit whining." And they did sue me for a while, but I am still in possession of his head.
Oh, cool. It's in Van
Yeah.
Nuys or elsewhere?
It's in Van Nuys. It's in there with James Dean's body, which I still have, and what else is in the Van Nuys?
Ted
warehouse?
Williams'
Ted
head,
Williams' head
maybe?
is in there. Go
Mr.
Sox!
Go Sox. Hey, big Red Sox fans.
Big
here.
Red Sox fan. So that's how I got Walt Disney's head, and people online will tell you that never happened. His head was never frozen. But I'm here to tell you, I cut his head off myself, and I put that baby on ice.
Great.
And still sometimes when I'm throwing a Halloween party, I accidentally bring out the dry ice container with Walt's head.
Accidentally, Dev.
You got me. So that's how we knew Walt Disney.
Wow.
Isn't that exciting?
Another one where we both knew the thing.
Well, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we've got two people who knew Walt, dare I say, better than us?
Maybe even.
I don't know. I feel like I knew him pretty intimately.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be like two people very close to him.
We'll fucking see, I guess.
We'll fucking see.
Hello and welcome. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
To Firsthand. I'm Devin Field.
And I'm Greg Gilli.
And we're here talking about Walt Disney.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Both of us just kind of had a full brain stop in that moment.
Well, we both honked down on a big pastrami Reuben in the break. So
yes, because we wanted to get into the mindset of those Disney animators hanging out at the, where would they hang out? The Tam O'Shanter?
Yeah. Yeah. The Tam O'Shanter.
Just chopping it up.
Bigfoot Lodge.
That's right. And
Morrison's.
Disney would hang out at Morrison's all the time.
There's a Del Taco over there.
Mm-hmm. Now we've got we've got a couple special guests here. Now this first guest was a friend, a contemporary of Walt Disney's.
Wow.
This is someone who knew him well, maybe worked alongside him. I don't know. We'll get to know him more. Please welcome Abner.
Hello.
Abner.
Hello.
It's
Welcome,
nice to see you,
Abner.
Abner.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
My last name is Fiber.
Oh,
If
Abner Fiber.
Abner
Fiber. What a
Yeah.
classic.
Classic.
30s and 40s and 50s name. Abner Fiber.
Abner
Great.
Fiber. Hey, how are you guys doing? Thanks for having me.
Great.
Thanks for having me.
Look great. You look like
Thank
you're in
you.
great health. You've got a nice bow tie tied tight.
Yes, I
Very
do.
Nice.
It's a tight bow tie. It's
nice.
one of those bow ties that has the long tails off of it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
I
it
do
doesn't
know what
tie
you
up
mean.
tight. A
No.
little bit of slack
Ugh.
in my bow tie.
Abner is cool.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'll say
thanks.
it.
it's
Thank
a
you.
Luke. It's a Lewk.
It is a Luke.
Abner
I
is
did get a
serving-
yas on my way into the studio.
You got a
Somebody
yas?
hit me with a
Wow.
yas and
Yeah.
said, "Come through, old man."
Did you come through?
Well, I think I did. I did
Well-
a death drop, but not what you're thinking. My
Okay.
heart gave out for a second.
You fell to the
and I
ground.
fell to the ground.
Yeah, the classic, the original death drop.
It is.
Really. I think more impressive because you get to come back from the brink of
Well, yeah, I mean,
death.
Drag Society did see me one time fall
No.
and with one leg behind me and break my knee open. And my heart gave out, and it became the death drop.
Wow. So
Yes.
Abner, through just slipping or falling and having his heart give out,
Yes,
dramatically, you influenced the entirety of drag culture.
I did.
Oh my God.
Man, we
did.
haven't even gotten to Disney, and we've already.
I guess we'll have to bring you back for our RuPaul episode.
Please have me back.
I will. We will.
I'm more extensively. I've
Yes.
influenced the drag community
Wow. Okay,
than
well,
Disney. But me and Disney were friends.
You guys were friends.
And yeah, in Chicago.
Wow. Way back.
Way back,
Yours
early
day
on.
ones.
Day ones.
Wow.
Yeah, middle school together,
No
elementary school, children, young children. I go back.
Wow.
I'm getting
When I'm
it's a-
listing
Yeah, when you
time.
say elementary school, I'm thinking you're probably a young kid.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, wow. And what was your friendship like? What was the nature of your friendship?
Well,
with
he
Walt
was
Disney?
he was always destined for stardom. You knew it. He was just a mind, a great mind,
Mhm.
very creative, and I was just there next to him. You
Mhm.
know, have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I have.
It's kind of like that type
Oh,
of thing.
So you were sort of the cliff.
I was the
booth
cliff.
to
I was
his-
up on the roof a lot,
What were you doing up there?
fixing the antenna. Fixing the antenna, of course.
Yeah, of
it's actually very similar to
Yeah.
that. But I was just always there. And I guess over the years, people have said that I maybe influenced some of the characters. Maybe I was, a lot of artists base characters on people they grew up with
Sure.
or people around their hometown with big personalities.
Right,
So,
like Spike Lee drawing on the characters in his neighborhood for Do the Right Thing.
Exactly.
Or Woody Allen creating a million versions of
keep
himself.
going.
Yeah.
One more director, writer.
And Martin Scorsese putting his freaking mom in the movie.
Perfect. And we're done.
And we're done. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
apparently, also Walt Disney basing stuff on Abner. That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what-
crazy. Well, I mean, as you can see, I'm wearing red shorts, yellow shoes and white gloves.
Yeah.
So
I
it-
didn't
it's
even
a-
put
Yeah,
that
because
together.
I was sort of locked into the bow tie just because I haven't seen one of those in so
Right,
long.
right.
But you're wearing these kind of red overall shorts.
Yes,
That
with buttons.
with
buttons.
big yellow buttons.
Mhm.
And you're
Yellow
not,
shoes.
and shoes.
Yeah.
And are you wearing a shirt?
I am not. I am not.
Yeah.
I am not wearing
Wow.
a shirt.
And
well,
are these gloves that you have on as
yes,
well?
big white gloves. So a lot of people are like, did that influence Mickey's outfit?
Oh my God, Mickey Mouse!
Yes, Mickey Mouse.
I can see it. Greg, are you seeing this?
Yeah, and
You see this?
Abner, forgive me if you'll
No, please.
forgive
After
me.
getting a little confrontational. You see this?
I am angry sometimes, so
Oh,
be
sorry,
careful.
okay.
Hey, we're all angry sometimes.
Well, then I'm going to tread lightly as I say this, but I will say your ears are larger
They're
than
big.
the normal.
Yeah.
That is true.
Got big old
A
ears.
lot of people say like, "Oh, is that Dumbo? Is that based on Dumbo
Oh.
or Mickey Mouse?"
Well, yeah, you're kind of
Yeah.
this. Now that I'm thinking of both of them, you're sort of this horrifying middle point between the two.
I am. I mean, occasionally, and I haven't seen Dumbo in a long time, but
No.
I did once get caught up in a gust of wind, and I flew around with my ears. So
Really?
Disney was there. He saw
He
it.
saw you flying around.
And he would scribble on these notebooks when these things were happening
Uh-huh.
to me.
So you're flying around the streets of Chicago.
Yeah.
Going, help, Walt. Get
yeah,
me down.
exactly.
he's
And
just-
I'm
drawing.
he's drawing. I'm a big personality. I'm wrapped up in all this crazy stuff. He's more insular, writing in his notebook. He's kind of a nerd, you know.
Yeah,
But he was always around.
just
So
watching.
Do you
just watching. Yeah.
you guys? So you obviously remember Dumbo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember
course.
another movie that came out around the same time called?
Oh yeah.
It was called Henry the Rhino Who Tried to Fly and Died in the Process.
Okay. Can I tell you, Greg? I think maybe my biggest note for your studio would just be these titles. These titles
Yeah.
are unwieldy.
Oh, you're sitting over here talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I can't say Henry.
But that's no, you can't say it.
You cannot say Henro.
Henro. No, because that's a fairy tale title, and yours is horrifying.
Well, you were always nipping at his heels. I remember he would mention you. And,
Oh, I was on his radar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, like he liked the. So yours had a dark spin. A lot of your movies,
Yeah, I mean,
that
clearly.
he kind of wish he could dive into, but he was kind of squeaky clean.
Yeah, that
You
was
know?
always kind of the dynamic. Yeah, he was making the big studio stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I was making stuff that had the same budget and expectation, but was much darker. And the main characters usually died.
And you announced it in the title?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the process
Yeah,
is an
yeah.
interesting thing.
In the
to
process
have.
is a tough phrase to end the title of a feature film.
It's not that big of a spoiler because he dies 7 minutes in.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And how long's the movie?
2 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
so
long.
Funeral, wake.
the aftermath,
aftermath,
the
of
grieving
course.
process.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sort of a Place Beyond the Pines esque.
Uh-huh.
Did he jump off of something? This rhino?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was
big-
trying to fly.
He put a cape on and he jumped off of the Empire State Building.
Oh. Okay.
He
I'll
landed.
be honest, this doesn't sound that similar to Dumbo.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was totally a thing where moviegoers could have seen both.
I
Right.
agree.
Yes.
All right, but enough about
Yeah.
me and
No.
movies that should.
What other things do you think Walt drew on from your life?
Well, I of course have a wickedly evil stepmother.
You did?
I did.
What was that like?
I dressed in rags for a while. This had nothing to actually do with the stepmother.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
You're just in rags.
Yeah, so that's probably some Cinderella stuff there.
Oh, yeah.
I would constantly lose my shoe.
Would you?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
How were you losing your shoe? Just slipping out of it?
Yeah, slipping out of it.
Mhm.
Big. Yeah, I keep my right one real loose.
Uh-huh.
So I would slip out of it, and then I would try to hook up with who found it, and they'd be like, "No."
How would that usually go? Just like a neighbor pops by being like,
Yeah.
hey, did you leave the shoe in the street?
Yeah. This is always out here. Tie this thing better.
then you're kinda
I'd be
go-
like, I'd lean in, and they'd be like, I'm married. We've been next door neighbors for years.
So they bring your shoe back, you leave
Yeah.
it for a kiss.
Yeah,
and
it would
Walt's
never
going,
happen, yeah.
I got an idea.
Yeah. And I guess, I mean, I don't know. I did drive a pumpkin for a while.
You did, now, I noticed a giant pumpkin parked in front of our studio today.
Yes, yeah. Well, you know when people they drive these old Mercedes that are powered off of vegetable oil.
Ugh.
It's a similar situation.
It's similar.
Yeah,
so
use
your pumpkin is eco-friendly.
yeah. Oh,
I
yes,
see.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it gets into accidents.
It does.
So yeah, because there's not a clear window and there's no turn signals.
Yeah, it's sort of a giant gourd. Yeah, hard to indicate.
So I don't know if I would put friendly
Okay.
in the driving experience, but
Okay.
eco's probably there. Yeah.
How's she handle at night?
Oh well, if you get her up at night, well, let's see.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, pumpkin should
Pumpkin
handle
handles
great,
great at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Better for night driving.
Yeah, it handles pretty good at night.
Uh-huh.
I guess it disappears at midnight. Is that what it
Your car
does?
disappears at midnight.
That's tough.
or it depends, or it appears at midnight. It's one of the two.
Inconsistent, yeah.
And I think
Uh-huh.
it appears at midnight.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think
that's
I
correct.
steered
I think that's
you
what
in
it
the wrong
is.
direction.
I think that's correct.
I think it does.
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, that's
Um,
crazy. Wow.
And now I also heard,
Yes.
and correct me if I'm
Mhm.
wrong, but I heard, and maybe he drew some inspiration from
Mhm.
this for one of his later films. But I heard that you were a chimney sweep at one time who would
I
sneak
was.
into people's homes and give
I
them
was.
medicine,
I
spoonfuls of
was.
sugar.
Absolutely, I was.
Wow.
And I think I know what this is.
Yes, of course. You were an old-fashioned chimney sweep who would tap
Uh-huh.
dance on the roof.
Mhm.
But
and
then you would
was
also-
I a woman?
Well, it sounds like maybe he drew inspiration from a couple of characters from one movie into this.
Are you talking about Mary
I
Poppins?
am talking about Mary Poppins.
Okay. yes.
And also the Dick Van Dyke.
And also
character.
Bert.
Yes. Bert.
And that you were almost maybe sort of a Bert / Mary, and that you would drop down the chimney and give children medicine that they didn't want.
Yes, that's exactly right. I inherited a pharmacy, and I was trying to get rid of some inventory.
From your evil stepmother?
Yes. She gave me a pharmacy that was on the fritz.
Oh, that's
okay.
the worst.
She bailed on me and left me a pharmacy. So I was trying to get rid of
So
all this
evil.
medicine because I had a bunch of inventory. And the bank was like, if you can liquidate this inventory, I think you can make the payments.
This is fascinating stuff.
Yeah. And of course, Walt's there, nerd, writing it down,
drawing,
writing it down,
dweeb.
you know.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, I mean,
That's incredible.
yeah, it was unbelievable. I was frozen once.
Go on.
Full block of ice.
Wow.
Which a lot of people say, like I said, you know, that's not in that movie.
In the movie Frozen.
Nobody gets frozen in a block of ice.
No, but stuff is getting frozen. There's ice all around. It's called Frozen.
Uh-huh.
There you
Okay.
go.
That's
And
true.
And that's so amazing that he could leave notes for the movie Frozen that then people could pick up.
Oh, yeah.
The mantle
he's-
of 60 years later.
Yeah, they're
and bring to
finding his
life.
notebooks, you know, which have, you know, some of them have crude drawings of me.
Really?
He would draw me when I was sleeping and stuff.
Yeah.
There was a while I lived in the woods and ate big pots of honey, big by the handful.
You would.
And I
No
think that
kidding.
is his property.
It is
One of
his
his
property,
properties. Is it?
not a character he created. But still.
Well, some of the things he licensed were based on me.
Right.
You know,
like he saw you eating pots of honey and he said, I'd love to license
Yeah.
a character who did that.
like I think Lilo and Stitch based on me.
Really?
I think so.
Really?
Mhm.
Well, now that I'm seeing you did come in here with a ukulele, singing some old Elvis songs in
I
a
did.
strange high pitched voice.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, more power to him. You know, I don't want any of the legacy.
No.
I like just being a small town guy who, you know, spun some of the tales.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a little hand in all this history.
Yeah.
And you're able to just blend in with the rest of us. You're not
Mhm.
Walt Disney. You're just a guy dressed like Mickey Mouse driving a pumpkin. You're just average Joe.
I don't want
Average guy.
any of the
Yeah.
fame.
No,
you know,
you're just a weird
Me-
little old man death dropping all over town.
Yeah. And you know, me and all of my friends, little Republican ducks.
Okay, now hang on. hang on now.
That we
Little Republican ducks.
Yes, that we just want to be left alone.
Now, I don't know if you've drawn this connection between
What
your
is it?
life and another.
No, I
Disney
said leave my
property.
friends alone.
Okay.
What did he
Well,
do?
he did the property with some ducks, Huey,
Really?
Dewey, and Donald,
Oh,
right? And,
Okay, and their
Scrooge.
politics were.
me-
I am not familiar with their politics. I guess Scrooge McDuck was sort of a miserly
kind of
tycoon.
adventure capitalist.
Yeah,
he called
was,
himself.
yeah, sort of a robber baron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you
Well,
might have influenced that.
Okay, well, you know what? He was always there writing stuff. I'm sure he
must
knew.
have caught it.
He knew.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm sure we'll talk more about all the ways that you influence Walt, but
Mhm.
we should get to our next
We
guest.
should get to our next guest. And this is a get. Can I say that?
This is a big get.
I don't want to put Abner down, but
No.
this one's a get.
I'm looking at my left, and this is a get.
This
is huge.
Abner sees that this is a get. This is none other than Walt Disney's mother, Dolores Disney. Dolores, welcome to the show.
Hello, boys.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so
Dolores.
much for having me.
Hello,
Wow.
Doris. Good to see you.
Abner.
Now, you two must know each other
Of
from
course
back
we do.
in the day.
We do. We
He
do.
was the little boy playing with my Walt who would
Yep.
stay over for dinner uninvited and just roast my cooking.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I would let her
Complain
cooking
and
have it.
complain.
You really?
Yeah.
Kind of a rude thing to do to someone bringing you into their
I
home.
agree.
Terrible, unsalted, bland food.
Oh, he's getting you, Dolores.
Well,
he's dragging you.
It's just like when you were a little boy and you'd sit down at the table, clean your plate, and say, "Yuck."
Yes. Yeah, it was a misdirect. My whole
Yeah.
meal.
Yeah, it's sort of a weird power move. Kind of playing head games with a friend's mom. I like it.
Very rude, especially when I'd make dishes my mother taught me, Eastern European pierogi types, and he'd
Right.
insult my culture.
Oh,
wow.
fun.
I would let her culture have it.
Yeah.
What is this trash? Can I get a burger, please?
Oh. And Walt kind of obviously brought that into his movies and a lot of the horrifying depictions of different races that we saw in them.
right.
So, what was it like being the mother of young Walt Disney?
Oh, thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
You get through it.
Okay.
I like to say
Kind of
that I'm a survivor.
You're a survivor of raising your own child?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I'm fine with everything he's done. I've come to terms with it, and I don't feel ashamed as I did. That burning regret that I steered him wrong.
A lot of sort of therapy talk I'm hearing. Sounds like you've really worked
Absolutely.
through raising the child.
Well, you can only have one Roy.
Walt's brother, Roy.
Oh my gosh,
Who?
my beautiful boy Roy.
Okay, so Roy more of a favorite?
Absolutely. He took
Okay.
the business side. He's a respectable man. He's got a beautiful body as well. I don't know if you
Excuse me?
paid attention to my boy Roy's shape recently. Gorgeous shape.
Abner, did you ever get a good look at Roy Disney's shape?
Beautiful body.
Isn't it just?
Beautiful body.
The shape of a planter's peanut, really.
Oh, it's kind of an hourglass figure.
Gorgeous.
Big, low butt.
That's a pear shape. That's a
Little
pear
stick
shape
legs.
that's waterlogged.
Yeah.
Little stick leg.
Really beautiful.
Big, low
Big hat.
Big hat.
People think that the peanut was the model for the Planter's Peanut
I
guy,
see,
but
but it
it
was
was
Roy.
Roy Disney,
Yes,
my
it
boy
was.
Roy.
So many things were modeled on
That's
other
right.
things,
Yes.
is what I'm learning here.
That's
Isn't that
right.
interesting?
Hey, art imitates life.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, how did you react to Walt's early successes? I mean, it must have been crazy to see him skyrocket to such a place in our culture.
Yes, crazy is an excellent word. I don't understand it. I mean, look at Abner here. He's obviously the inspiration for some cartoons.
Yes.
Yeah,
obviously.
As you said that, he was eating a giant sandwich.
Yes, a giant sandwich that was a stack of bread and a bunch of lunch meat that he
That he-
shuffled like a deck of cards
That's
into
right.
one sandwich.
Yeah, wow,
Got a
amazing.
He's got a little fish skeleton.
Yes.
Found a little fish skeleton in the trash.
Played his xylophone on the bones, right on his teeth.
Wow, you can't turn it off.
Now
I
this
can't.
I could be proud of. You're an authentic man. But my son, Walt, he wasn't good.
You
Yeah.
weren't proud of Walt?
When have you ever seen a mouse look like that?
Well, that's a good point.
Never in my life. They've got pointier faces, a nose on the end, and Their ears are small and back, and he's not good at drawing.
Yeah.
He's
Wow.
not a good drawer.
When you
Yeah,
put
the
it like that,
accuracy
it's off.
is off.
It's embarrassing.
off.
You entertain it when he's 4 and you say, we'll pin that right to the Frigidaire, young Walt. And then he gets a little older and you say, maybe you could make it look a little more realistic. And he tries and he fails. You look nothing like that mouse.
No.
Mouse doesn't look anything like that mouse.
No, Abner looks unlike anything I've ever seen.
No, I'm not a mouse, obviously, but I do mostly eat cheese and I get caught in a lot of traps.
Okay. Well,
Abner is not a mouse. I am not a dog.
Okay.
We can't be more clear
you just
about
sleep in a
this.
kennel and get startled when the mailman approaches the door.
That guy's a fucking asshole.
Yep. Okay.
And he knows what he did.
He knows what he did. Now, what was it like once you saw Walt's work really take off with the public?
Again, I just never really understood. Everyone's got their own preferences in life. I'm most entertained by a puppet show on the corner. I like a good monkey grinder.
Did you just say Le Corner?
Yes.
That was an awesome little flourish. Le Corner.
She walks down to Le Corner and
Are you
watches
French?
Le Puppet Show.
I'm sorry. Did you not understand? I said the corner in French.
Oh,
Do you understand?
I see.
Okay. I didn't know you were going to just
Yes.
occasionally use French.
Ugh.
That's awesome.
Once in a while.
C'est magnifique.
Sorry.
Sorry, I don't know.
Say magnifique or
yeah, I was just saying
Magnifique.
Yeah, okay,
Magnifique.
thank you. Now, so you didn't like it. You were seeing Walt stuff and you were saying no thanks. You preferred watching monkeys on the corner dancing.
Yeah, when you say monkey grinder, help me out.
Right. So there's an organ grinder.
Yes,
which
this is different.
maybe what I meant to say. But the
Well, you tell us.
Well, the monkey grinder is when the monkey turns the organ and the man dances.
Ah,
Now that does sound pretty goddamn
watch that.
entertaining.
A monkey using a machine?
Good night.
Yeah.
Say magnifique.
Magnifique.
Thank you.
We've said it now
Okay.
twice.
Sorry, I just want to make sure we get it into the mic. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we got that. Now suddenly, Walt's a star.
Mhm.
Okay, Steamboat Willie hits. The world has changed. How are you reacting to that?
Well, I tried to be polite, and when
Tough.
Tough. I can't say more times. I'm disappointed in my boy. I find he could have been a grocer.
Okay.
He could have been something respectable. When he was a little boy, he would organize his toys according to color and shape and size, just like you'd hope in a grocery store bananas are lumped with other bananas and apples are with other apples. He had a mind for organization. He had a mind for finding shapes and colors and putting them in their place.
So to you, being sort of the CEO and founder of a giant media conglomerate that continues to dominate the world to this day,
why are you
less
trying to hurt
impressive
me?
than visibly disturbed by me saying that.
I mean,
don't
raising
say
the
it.
spirits of a nation destroyed by the Great Depression, and even in that depression, making so much money.
Well, that's what you say he did, but all I see is him being bad at drawing and ignoring his true calling of being literally anything else. I mean, can you draw a mouse? How would you draw a
Go
mouse?
ahead, Greg, draw a
I'm
mouse.
gonna draw a mouse real
Okay.
quick. Yeah.
It's not one big
Now-
circle and two smaller circles.
I will say Greg is having trouble because, Greg, let's be honest, your hands are paws.
Yes.
That is a symptom. My hands are clenching
They're
up.
just paws now.
It's a leftover side effect of the medication
Okay.
I was on. They're
don't-
not paws.
Seems
He
hard
drew
to
a
draw.
bone.
Yes.
It's an obvious
He did
bone.
draw a bone.
I guess
and now
I'm
he's
hungry.
trying to grab it with his teeth.
I get.
No, that's just on a piece of paper,
Uh-huh.
sweetheart.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Even if somebody is unbelievable and you would think their talent could offend no one and everyone would be proud of it, every artist has to have a parent that's not really approving of their
right.
choice to
No.
push them I'll show you.
Yeah, make them work a little harder.
I mean,
Dev,
I
you
remember.
got 3 examples, Devin.
Do I have 3
Yeah.
examples of artists like that? Of
Yeah.
course. Michael Jackson.
Boom.
Of course. Tito Jackson.
Boom.
And the Dalai Lama.
Oh, of
Not an
course.
artist, but someone who I'm sure has
Yes.
his dad issues.
well,
Mr.
Joe-
Lama.
Joe Jackson beat the shit out of the Dalai Lama.
That's right.
heard that.
Until he got his steps right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's when I remember my parents didn't approve when I for a while I was dating a fish with lipstick on.
Wow.
That Walt
Really?
he was. It was
Dating
a portion
fish
of.
with lipstick.
Yeah, and at this point in my life, I did not know what forks were.
Uh-huh.
So, Walt was
you
there.
eventually figured out what.
Eventually, I figured it out. I was making up names for them.
Which one is this?
Yes, and which one is this?
Well, I called a fork a dingle hopper. We still.
I'm no
it's
closer.
becoming much clearer now. Definitely locking in on it.
Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
crab as a friend.
I see. Yes.
okay.
And you lost your voice for a period of time?
I did. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
But my parents were obviously not approving of this, me dating a fish or
No.
wanting to. But so I understand where you're coming from.
Right.
Well, of course, he got back at me. I don't appear in any of his early films. No reflection of mothers at all. He really
No.
served it to me.
Yeah, let's go through it. There's a lot of ones with tough depictions of moms. Bambi, mom shot to death.
And I heard that loud and clear.
Yeah, I'd say so. When now,
Pinocchio, no mother.
no mom around, just Geppetto carving a boy.
Snow White, no mother. Leaves a space for that evil queen to come into town.
Yeah, so
You know who had a mother?
Oh.
Pale Betty.
A big
Okay.
fan, by the way.
Oh, you like
Yes.
Pale
You love. Oh,
Now hang on.
Gargoyle.
So you
Gargoyle. It's
It's
on
in the mill we toil.
Yes.
Big fan. Now
Wow.
It's
your
really
work
good.
has
Abner joining
teeth.
in too.
Thank you.
I love Gargoo.
Who doesn't love Gargoo?
Now, this
Starting a
is
song with Gargoo is my
the
favorite.
opening lyric is sort of a spin on the word we know, gargoyle.
Yeah, it's
But we're not starting there.
It's almost a precursor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It would have made more sense to go Gargoyle Gargoo, but that wouldn't have fit.
That
the
wouldn't have
rhyme.
That would rhyme
No.
I
toil.
usually didn't like
Toil.
to spend more than a few hours on my movies.
But this must have really chapped Walt's hide that you're over there loving Greg's work. You're watching all these sort of parallel films and enjoying those, but not liking Walt's stuff.
Right. Look, when a little boy comes up to you and says, "Watch me dance, mommy," you can be entertained for a while.
Okay.
And then he grows into a man, and you think, this boy's going nowhere. I'm not going to continue to support something that I fundamentally believe is wrong. I show up to his premiere, and I see I've been written out, shot in the head, all kinds of awful ways. Do you know what it's like? I was thinking about this the other day. It's difficult to be mentioned incorrectly. Maybe, Abner, you feel that way, misrepresented, but
Yes.
it's even worse to be omitted. It really hurts.
Wow.
Do you ever listen to like a podcast, like a Why Won't You Date Me?
Yeah, all the
Like a
time.
dating
Shout
podcast?
out Nicole Byer.
Sure.
for
Shout
Why
out,
Won't
hello,
You?
big fan. And someone you know is on that podcast, someone you've dated, and they're listing their dating history, and they don't mention you.
You heard it here first. One of Dolores Disney's exes was on Why Won't You Date Me?
Scroll the catalog,
And did
figure
not
it out,
mention
narrow
her.
it down. Multiple times, I'll say.
No kidding.
And it hurts to be left out.
Wow.
What's the
You don't enjoy that? I would be like,
I'd be
yes.
thrilled.
Thank
Yes. I'd be
Ab-
glad to not be mentioned on Why Won't You Date Me?
I mean, it's the same with Walt. I didn't make any mark, so I didn't make the film.
Right.
Mothers
Well,
in general.
I have seen you walking around the different parks, the Disney parks, sort of inserting yourself into storylines of rides. I don't know how you get out of a ride there,
Any ride.
any ride,
Any ride there.
and get into the foliage and
Yeah.
kind of create your own storyline.
I
in
like
there.
to stand on Big Thunder Mountain. I straddle the goat holding the stick of dynamite in his mouth.
Yes, I think I've seen you there.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yes.
What'd you think? It's a good addition,
was
right?
interesting just because I felt like there's so little time for you to kind of get a storyline out. So as we're whizzing past you, as we're whizzing past you, I hear you go, "I'm a single female goat farmer, and this goat's trying to kill himself." And
Yes.
and I don't know.
Well,
It's not enough time.
It sounds like you heard all of it.
I did, but it's I guess you really packed it in.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of the photos on that ride come back with about 12 really puzzled looks.
People look confused, but they've grown to love it. And, it took time to develop. At first, I had a whole intro monologue. Hello, beautiful day, nice weather we're having.
And they're gone.
People are gone.
Yeah.
You have to really edit and edit and edit until you pack it in. And I think I've built a gorgeous storyline for Mother of Goat.
Now, when you screamed, "I'm a single mother and I'm running out of oxygen" in Space Mountain,
Yes.
that was kind of fun. But it seemed you were precariously hanging up in that big room.
Yeah.
Yes, and now
not very well lit.
Have you ever been in there with the lights on?
Yes, well, there's a viral video featuring you of someone stuck on that mountain, and with all the lights are turned on, you can kind of see all the scaffolding, and you can kind of see an older woman hanging from a harness,
Yes,
swinging up there.
It's tight in that room.
Uh-huh.
Ergonomics; those Imagineers really figured it out. Now that's a crew of people with a skill.
Yes. And now, and I don't want to maybe bring up a sensitive subject, but I believe you were also at one point a kind of a problematic representation of one of the natives on the Riverbank and Jungle Cruise. Is that correct?
Is that
correct?
You can
Or should
say
we
no.
You can say no. We could dodge this entirely. Forget I said it.
Bearing my breasts,
Okay.
Okay.
and I had painted myself red.
Oh, no.
Brutal.
Okay, so
Brutal
it
to
is
hear.
true.
It
It's
is
very true.
Yeah, well.
Just the breast thing could have filled the problematic label.
Yes.
I'm not sure I
Wow.
can follow.
No, don't worry about it. You're from a different time. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's amazing that you were able to kind of insert yourself into your son's work.
Is there anything that he did that you are proud of?
Yeah,
Anything
great
that
question.
Yes, absolutely. When he was 2 years old,
Oh.
he wiped his butt to completion. I used to ask him to show me.
To orgasm?
Never heard of it.
To orgasm.
What do you mean? Sorry, what do you mean?
There's
to
no way.
completion?
A 2-year-old child. There's no way.
If you wipe that butt hard enough, it'll get you going.
Well, there's
That's
a lot
right.
of nerve endings.
There's a prostate.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I asked little Walt to show me his work when he was done. It's we were in between wars, and I needed to see. I needed to see that he wasn't wasting toilet paper,
Yeah.
so I wanted to
In
see that he was
between the
using
wars,
it properly.
yeah.
Wipe and fold, without me having to step in. And when he was only 2 years old, the first time he
Wow.
wiped himself.
Pretty young.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, whenever people offer up, his new premiere, his new movie, I say, that's fine.
Mhm.
But you should know that when Walt was 2 years old, his little legs were dangling off the end of that toilet.
Yes.
The sweet, sweet boy.
This explains
Yes, that would be
why
it.
I remember seeing in the paper when Mary Poppins came out, it was such a big hit, and you were at the premiere, and a journalist spoke to you, and your quote was, "I don't know about that piece of dog shit, but I know Walt. I'll tell you what Walt does know how to do: wipe his own ass."
Yes. Oh, thank you for reading.
I guess that does explain that.
Yes. And he's been wiping his own ass for a very long time. And for that, I'm very proud.
Wow.
That is quite an accomplishment.
You know what's funny? I bet you were the first person to ever wipe Walt's ass, and I bet Devin was the last.
Oh,
Mhm.
Do you embalm the ass?
I do embalm the ass.
of course.
Just
I mean-
in case they want to be buried in a
Ass
new popular face down ass.
That's the way. That's the way I rest in peace.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
Oh.
Yes. Well, should we take a short break?
Let's take a.
We're going
one
to take
last
a
break.
little break, and then we'll be right back with Abner Fiber and Dolores Disney.
Hey, thanks so much for listening to the episode. If you liked what you heard, please consider following us on social media at Firsthand Pod. Thank you.
Welcome back to Firsthand. We're here with Abner Fiber, Dolores Disney,
Hello.
and now just as a capper, as an end to our look at Walt Disney and his life, we're just gonna kind of go around and share what we think our favorite contributions of Walt Disney's were, what the greatest thing he brought into this world. Greg, what do you think?
Song of the South.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I'll tell you why.
Brutal start. A horrible hole to dig out of.
No, but here's why. It's the only time that we weren't making essentially the same movie at the same time.
Because you did not
I
make
did
a
not
problematically
make a song
racist
of-
cartoon.
No, I didn't. And so that was like, as problematic as it was, I was like, finally he's doing his own thing. He's not ripping me off.
Yeah.
It's not like Alice in Wonderland, which of course was not nearly as good as Alice in Newfoundland.
Now,
Which was
Alice in Newfoundland, Greg, I'm going to tell you, boring. It's just a girl in Canada.
It was the Roma of its time. It was a slow burn.
Why? Because it ended with a stillbirth?
Yes. Yeah. It started and ended with a stillbirth.
It's brutal.
And the turning point in the middle of Act 2 was a stillbirth.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, Greg. Song of the South, and then you bring up stillbirth out of nowhere.
Did I bring it up?
Yeah, you said it, I think. Anyway, God.
So, yeah.
What's
what was your favorite?
Well, I think if I had to say my favorite contribution of Walt Disney's, it would definitely be the teenage slavery program, the Mickey Mouse Club. I just think the way that
Is that how you view that?
That's how I view it. The way that he created a television program that would trap the hottest teens and tweens into a life of eternal servitude for him and creating joy for the American people, I think is just really inspiring, There would have been no Britney Spears and no Britney Spears mental breakdown without the Mickey Mouse Club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so many of those people have entertained us so much on screen and also just in their lives crumbling.
Yes.
He built entertainment machines by ruining them as children.
That's right.
And just letting us enjoy it forever.
And I'm waiting for Gosling to fall apart. You know what I mean? It's only a matter of time.
And you're also putting that up on the West End, right? Waiting for Gosling.
Waiting for Gosling.
And you and I are switching roles every night?
You and I are switching roles every night where we play two casting directors waiting for Ryan Gosling to show up.
Yeah.
For an audition, only to find out he is off her own.
He's off her own?
Yeah. We don't want to spoil it. Sorry, we kind of spoiled it.
Look out for it, West End.
But Abner Fiber, when you look back on Walt Disney's work, what sticks out to you?
I mean, really just those parks. Making those parks, giving every parent a thing that they have to do with the kid.
An expensive
5 to 10 hour drive.
Yes.
A full day of your kid on your shoulders.
It's crazy that Disneyland isn't within 5 hours of anywhere.
Even if you live close, it takes 5 hours.
Even if you're in Anaheim,
to
it's
get
going to take
there.
you 5 hours.
I have an apartment inside of Cinderella's castle. It still takes me 5 hours to get there.
Yes, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the center of the park, it takes 5 hours.
Crazy. Wow. Madness.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. I guess also the fact that my penis's nickname will live forever.
What's your penis's nickname?
Tinkerbell. I think it's my penis is very small and gold dust shakes off of it sometimes. Well, Gold Bond.
And you were telling us during the break that in order to get an erection, you have to have people say, "I do believe in erections," and clap their hands together.
Yes.
Wow, interesting.
How's that in your sex life?
Well, it requires a rehearsal because if people get off. If they don't say it simultaneously, so it requires a little bit of a rehearsal.
Fun.
I like it. I like it when an audience, when you're seeing a live show and the host comes and says, "On the left, clap. Now louder on the right, clap."
Yes,
that puts
fun.
me in a mood.
That's fun. Yeah,
Yes,
good
yes.
audience warm up stuff, but connected to your sex life. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I wondered about your dating life, Abner.
Yeah.
Because during the break, and I hope I'm not telling tales out of
You
school
told us
here.
a lot of stuff during the break.
Yeah, during the break, you had a pretty sexually charged bowl of spaghetti with a stray dog.
And you were very jealous.
First of all,
Listen.
I didn't even know where you got the spaghetti.
Yes.
Suddenly I look over, you have a piping hot bowl of spaghetti in your hands. I go, okay. I don't know where that came from.
That came out of nowhere, but I will say I can fall for anyone.
Mhm.
I can fall for anyone.
And
No, I
Greg,
could
you were so jealous of that dog.
Yeah,
yes.
and I don't blame you because I could tell that dog was special just by sniffing her asshole.
Okay. Now, Greg, that is a classic dog trait. You can't see this?
I think it's just the way that dogs evaluate each other. They're trying to teach us how to evaluate them.
I'm
Wow.
sorry. Is this supposed to be a person?
See? Thank you. And thank you very
Is
much
this-
for saying that.
This dog supposed to be a person at any time or point?
Okay,
Because
woof.
wouldn't you? Did you say woof?
That's rough.
Did you just say woof?
Woof. That is rough to hear.
Okay. Now, Dolores, what's your favorite contribution of your son's to this world? I know you didn't care for him much.
That's right. It's tough, but I will say I did appreciate Beauty and the Beast.
Mhm.
Those singing, dancing kitchen objects really resonated with me. I'm a housewife, was a housewife for 30 years. And after a while, you start staring at your apartment long enough and things start talking to you.
Okay.
You chew enough gum laced with speed, and you really think the sugar bowl is trying to pinch the butt of the salt and pepper shakers. Let me tell you
I
that.
see. Wow. So some of the Beauty and the Beast sequences were based on your own depressed, lonely, psychotic hallucinations.
Precisely. I wanted
Interesting.
more of that. Less of the A story, more dancing cakes and spoons and forks doing swan dives off of a 7-layer cake.
Well, then you would love the movie I made the same year,
Oh, God.
Really?
which is
Ugh,
called
he's-
The Silverware That Terrorized a Family
See,
and killed them in the process.
now see,
In
what
the
kind
process.
of subtitle is that, Greg? Your marketing department for your studio is not earning its keep.
I know, buddy. It's not on me. It's on marketing.
Ugh, wow.
So they die early in the film, it sounds
pretty
like.
early, huh?
And then the rest: funeral, wake, stillbirth.
Well,
Roll
no.
credits.
So you've got a bit of a formula. I'd like to
Yeah.
hear about
Well,
it.
Yeah,
it
well-
didn't work for him.
You know how Dan Harmon has the story circle?
Uh-huh.
Well, of course.
I have the stillbirth circle.
Ah.
Every movie ends with a stillbirth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's usually a guy who's like, and they're like, "I'm sorry, your baby's dead," and there's a guy who's like, "Man, stillborn," and then
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Wow.
Listen, you say it
So
didn't work,
it's-
but I say gargoo, gargoyle.
Gargoyle. Gargoyle. It's in the mill we toil.
Yeah.
Well,
you owe me $1.
what what a wonderful conversation it's been with the two of you. So exciting to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Now,
Thank you.
is there anything you guys would like to mention? Anything you'd like to plug for our listening audience to draw their attention to? Abner.
Yeah, I guess.
Very wistful look in Abner's eye.
Guess you could listen to the Teacher's Lounge. I almost said the Stitcher's Lounge.
Oh, the Stitchers Lounge.
Is that on Teacher Premium?
Yes. And I think watch Bless the Heart Sunday nights on Fox. I
Wow.
think that's airing right
Yeah.
now.
Is any of that based on your life?
Yes, yes, it is. Honestly, it's an animated show set in the South. I lived in the South for a while.
There you go. You lived in the South, and I understand you sang a song there. A song of
I
the
did.
South.
Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah.
I hate to bring it up again.
Great flick.
Yeah. Great. Well,
Yeah.
go check that out.
Yeah, check those out.
Dolores?
I'm good.
Dolores is good. She doesn't want to plug anything by her children or herself.
I mean, I'm ashamed. You know what? Look up Roy Disney. A photo.
Google Roy Disney bikini pics.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Maybe open an incognito tab
Yeah.
and
So-
search that.
Dolores, are you sure there's no project you're involved with that you want to mention within 90 seconds of my stillborn joke?
Pretty
I
good
would
plug
like-
spot.
I would
Pretty
like
good
to think
buzz.
about the stillborn a little bit more.
I'd love to just say the word 5 or 6 more times before we get
yeah.
out of here. You know, it's fun.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, this has been another episode.
I actually
of
have a quick plug.
Oh, God.
There's something I want everyone to see. I'm very proud of it. It's a little bird that I killed, and I left it on the doorstep.
Oh,
Yes, sorry, Abner and Dolores,
Yes.
if you could just kind of praise Greg for killing this little animal.
Oh,
and-
congratulations.
Ooh, yeah.
Who's a good
Congratulations.
Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg, and now, Greg, you guys could confirm because this was a Disney property. You look like the Shaggy Dog.
That's right.
That's it.
You do.
You finally placed it. You look like if Tim Allen was a dog.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God. I could not have left wondering.
No.
I think
Yeah.
that is a compliment.
Plus, you keep saying, "Aru."
Aroof?
Yeah.
There it is.
Well, thanks so much for having us.
Yeah. This
has been
This has
fun.
been great.
Of
I do
course.
have to go meet up with my friend after this. He's a duck who's a sailor, doesn't have any pants on. He's always losing.
Pretty direct. Pretty direct.
It wasn't inspired by.
No,
but
just
it
a
is.
direct
Yeah.
lift.
That one was
That one was
direct.
Great.
How's his speech?
He's always got something in his throat.
Interesting character trait. Well, for another episode of Firsthand, I'm Devin Field.
I'm Greg Gilli.
Goodbye.
Find more great shows and see what's behind it all at backdrop.fm.